Damn, that sure was one long second. Well, time to drive home inebriated.
Wait, what do we do now?
What do you mean?
I mean, now that Alex isn't gone, what happens to the show? I'm not going back to the woods. You can't make me.
Oh, facts. Okay, Alex said to just take it easy, but I think you should just start working now. Just do all the work. You do everything. You got this.
Was he serious? I genuinely can't tell.
Well, hang on just a second. Why don't we take the night, generate a couple ideas, we'll come back fresh and early in the morning, we'll start kicking right on the new episode. How about it?
That's a great idea. I'm gonna go steam my suit and get it all ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, oh, snap. Alex was my ride. So, is he like gone? Or in the parking lot? Guys? Should I just wait here? I think I'm gonna wait here, okay?
What the? Nobody showed up to the studio on our first day? Ah, jeez. Man, sure is empty in here without Alistair. Jeez, it's been so long. I already forgot. No, I can do this. I can host a show by myself. What am I gonna do? I can't host a show. I can't. Oh, it's okay. You can do this. Just get up and turn the lights on. That's it. It's no big deal. I can do. Nope, it's going black.
Gentlemen, I've got this very urgent meeting with you today because we need to find a new host for the deep end now that Alex Kowalski is gone. I think we should send in an IUSTV plant.
Nah, how do we water it?
I don't mean an actual plant, you fucking imbecile. I mean someone that can infiltrate that stupid show and do our bidding. And do we have any idea of who that plant might be?
I'm partial to the orchid myself.
Lord, I am going to bludgeon you to death if you don't pipe down.
Cactus, Venus flytrap,
As I was saying,
blueberries.
who should we select to infiltrate the deep end
tulip.
and sway Jack to do our bidding? I think I might know a guy.
Well, hi, Jack. Name's Brando.
Cheesed to meet you.
I'm sorry?
I'm cheesed to meet you, that is.
Okay. Well, I applied to be your new co-host.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember putting any application out, but come on. I've got a seat saved for you around here somewhere. A guy I used to know sat there a long time ago.
So, what is it exactly that you guys do here? I need you to explain it to me since you're so experienced and wise.
I really am. Well, here on the Deep End, we explore the fun and unknown side of Bloomington IU for you. Whether it's an unusual student club, a community event, or an organization so niche they might not even let you join if you're not wearing the right socks. There are so many things happening around the city that most people may not be aware of. And using our journalistic charm, what's your name?
Brando.
Brando and I pledge to uncover as many of them as we can.
Well, mister, that sounds great.
Yeah, but the problem is, I have no idea what to do for my very first episode.
Huh, that sure is a stumper. You know, actually, nope, never mind. It's no good.
What is it? What is it?
Well, if you insist.
Finally, Alex is gone. All that's left is that dope he hired. I heard he found him in a box in the woods. Good thing he's such a moron. He'll be perfect to carry out our bidding.
You fellas didn't tell me there'd be an auction.
It's time to bring down IUSTV's biggest competitor, the Cinema Guild.
And that's why you think we should do cinema as our first episode.
What a great idea I had. And I sure do like the moving pictures.
And no one expects us to cover movies. Here on television, we've just got Jimmy Fallon, Conan O'Brien, that one British guy, even SpongeBob.
And he makes me laugh. All right, that's it, kid. I'm sold. But first, we got to do a practice interview.
Really? I think we might be better if we just go.
Practice makes perfect, and I've already got the perfect place in mind.
Well, all right. But I'll stay here and hold down the fort while you're gone.
You mean it? Thanks, Brando. You sure are a pal.
Now that he's gone.
Well, I'm here with...
Jessica Davis-Tack.
And Jessica, what is your position here at IU Cinema?
I'm the Events and Engagement Director, so basically I coordinate all non-technical elements of all the movies that we show.
What are you guys showing tonight?
Tonight we are showing a movie called An American Ascent, which is about the first African-American team to summit Denali, and then we're going to do a Q&A afterwards about kind of the outdoor gap, about how many outdoor sports have been kind of traditionally closed to minority communities in America. So the cinema is a place where you can watch movies, all sorts of movies. I like to say that no matter who you are, what you like, we're going to show something this semester that you're going to love, that you're going to love, that you never thought you would love. We're also going to show something that you are going to loathe. We show a little bit of everything. You know, people will always come in and they'll be like, you show so many horror movies. I'm like, well, we actually show 100 movies a year, and maybe 5 of them are horror movies, but it feels like a lot. But you know, we also show a lot of old movies, we show new movies, we show kind of 90s blockbusters. We just did Titanic in 3D. But the special thing about the cinema, about 40% of our events are completely free to everybody, not just students, not just people on campus. Everybody, our vision is we want transformative cinematic experiences to be accessible for all. So you can come here and watch Glenn Close talk for free. And then the rest of our movies are usually $5 for students, $8 for non-students. And then we're showing that wide variety, and everything we show here is interesting on some level. Not every movie we show here is good, but there's always like a kernel of really cool something in there. There's a reason we're showing everything that we show. We're THX certified. The seats are super comfy, memory foam, 7.1 surround sound. It is just a really great place to watch a movie.
One of the best experiences I had here at the cinema, me and my old co-host for the show, we saw Skinamarink when you guys showed it.
Oh, yeah.
And that was such an experience because it was something that, again, went straight to streaming. And so you wouldn't have really had that theater experience in a general movie theater. So I was super excited that IU Cinema got that opportunity to show it on a big screen, because I feel like that really made that movie.
And very few people were able to show Skinamarink. We did something similar actually in December. I don't know if you know this, but Jacob School of Music has a really close relationship with Leonard Bernstein back when he was alive. So when Netflix came out with Maestro, Jacob's made a few phone calls and Netflix let us show it here, and we were one of the very few places in the country that aren't LA or New York City or Chicago that got to show Maestro on the big screen. And because there was all this orchestra stuff and the music was so great, you know, I got done with it, I said, it's really a shame more people couldn't see it in a movie theater with that, you know, overarching surround sound. And Skinamarink is similar with those jump scares, and then the experience of watching it with a bunch of people. Some movies are just really great to see as a group. So this is our poster vestibule. We have just posters of what's coming up.
I got tickets.
And then coming in here, this is the cinema. This was actually built at the same time as the IU Auditorium. So this was the theater. So we like to say that Kevin Kline and Jonathan Banks got their starts on this stage because they did a lot of acting here, and this was the theater stage. Eventually the theater and drama program really outgrew this space. They built on the Lee Norville Center, and this space sat empty for a really long time. And it wasn't until Michael McRobbie actually came in 2007 that he said, you know, this would be a great space to be a world-class place to watch movies. Really, everyone on campus can, you know, program movies here, can decide a movie to show that's really going to help them. We let people with their expertise come in with our Creative Collaborations program and with our Screen Share program. Our Creative Collaborations is for a series. Any student group, any community group, any IU department can propose a series. That way we get people with their expertise can tell us what they can do. So we had someone came in 2017 and said, you know, it's the 100-year anniversary of Finnish independence. We'd like to show these movies to highlight what it was like for the Finnish people going through Finnish independence. Would I have known it was 100 years of Finland's independence? No. Would I have known what movies to show that would depict that in a proper way? Absolutely not. So we let the experts come to us. We just did a dementia series. So we showed movies where people who have dementia said, this is a great depiction of what it is like for me.
Oh, wow.
And then we showed these movies and did Q&As afterwards with people in the community who identify as having dementia. We do the opposite sometimes. Glenn Close was here and we showed Fatal Attraction. And she talked about how she had made some decisions with the best guidance from psychologists and psychiatrists, but if she could go back with what we know now, she would have changed how she would have approached the character because we know so much more about psychology and why, you know, and psychological diseases and that sort of a thing. So it kind of goes both ways. Sometimes it's like, hey, this is completely unrealistic. Let's talk about that. Or even like, this is really, really very powerful and good, and here's why. Every year we do student films. We usually do the Montage Film Festival, which is organized by the Media School. And then one of our signature events is Double Exposure, where we combine student filmmakers and we mix them, we add them with student composers and student sound engineers, and the three of them get together and they make a movie together. Then we premiere it here at the cinema with a live orchestra in the pit and live student sound mixing. So you have the world premiere of this movie with the dialogue and everything, the music that's been specially, you know, composed for this down in the pit, and then the student engineers. And we've done other student events, and we've highlighted movies done by IU grads very frequently, and we're able to bring them back. We've had a lot of great filmmakers. For me, I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Yeah.
George Takei came.
Yes.
And Bill Shatner is coming in April. I have a picture of me and George Takei with his arm around me, and we just sat in the lobby and just chatted. We bring in all sorts of filmmakers, and we also have a series called Remade, where we take an old movie and then when it was remade at one point, and then we'll do a Q&A about whatever element we decide to highlight. So one time we did Romeo and Juliet, the old version, one of the 60s versions, and then we did one of the 90s versions, and we had a costume designer come in and talk about the choices of costuming. We also bring in a lot of directors to talk about their movies. We bring in actors to talk about their movies. We bring in cinematographers. Just everything that's really going to help you have what we say, that transformative cinematic experience. Most of our movies are chosen by our director and managing directors. The bulk of the rest of it is done with our partnerships, and then we have staff selects where we draw names out of a hat. And staff, full-time and part-time, we usually mix it up, get to pick one movie, and I have been chosen out of the hat 3 times in the 9 years I have been working here.
Do you remember which 3 movies you picked?
Oh, do I ever. So my background is actually in classical violin playing.
Okay.
So I picked a movie called Humoresque, which is a John Garfield, Joan Crawford. Nobody's ever heard of it, but it's really cool, and all the violin playing shots were of these like stunt players with John Garfield just making faces, and Isaac Stern played the violin. So that was my first one. Nobody came. So the second time my name came out of the hat, I was like, fine, I'm gonna pick a movie everyone's gonna come to, and I picked Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
And we almost sold out. We fit 260 people. I think we sold 240 tickets. We had a wonderful time, shouted at the screen, whistled at Ricardo Montalban. And then the third time my name came out of the hat was actually for this fall. My name came out of the hat and I said, okay, I want to show Fantasia.
Okay.
Disney doesn't always like to play old movies, their vault thing. So they're real picky about it, but every year I would ask for it. And then last spring when my name came out of the hat, I said, okay, Fantasia. Every year our managing director, Brittany Friesner, goes and she looks and she comes back and says, sorry, I can't get Fantasia. Sorry, I can't get Fantasia. And then she said, you wouldn't believe it. They're gonna let us have Fantasia.
That's awesome.
So we sold out. It was the first sold out staff selects ever.
Oh, wow.
And it was just a really, really neat,
I'm sure.
really neat screening.
That must have been amazing in the
Oh
theater.
yeah. Oh man. Yeah. When we converted this, one of the things that they tried to do was get the feeling of an Art Deco movie palace. So all of our technology is hidden. We have our giant screen back there, and there are speakers behind the screen with tiny micro perforations so you can hear from the screen. So those are the front speakers. We have speakers hidden behind these chandeliers here, and we have speakers hidden behind this lattice work here. This pit goes down, like I was saying, with the live orchestra. So if you look at these square windows, the little teeny weeny ones in the middle are just portholes for the projectionists to like peek out and see what's going on. The top and bottom one, it used to be our 2 digital projectors, one for movies and one for presentations. We recently got rid of both of those, and now we just have one really amazing 3D 4K digital projector. And then these 2 on the sides are actual film projectors. They go 16 millimeter or 35 millimeter. They're also variable speed. Some really old movies are at a slower speed than other old movies. We are ADA accessible. We have an elevator out the back, so you can just come right on in. And then we have these 6 ADA seats in the front. And then if you want to come around to the very front, we actually have some ADA seats up front, and then we have an elevator lift that brings you up here. We also have hearing impaired devices. We have hearing assisted devices where you basically control your own volume. You just put on headphones. You control your own volume. Visually impaired, so someone who's blind has the action explained to them, so that someone who's visually impaired or blind can watch a movie in the same way. And then we also have closed captioning devices. So the best way to get involved is come see a movie. Come see a movie. Most of them are free. The rest of them are really cheap. It's cheaper than seeing a movie at AMC, and you're gonna see some things like Skinamarink that you might never have thought about, but you're gonna love. You can get tickets in a couple of ways. So there's Ticketmaster online. There is a $1 surcharge for every ticket. So if you want to buy a free ticket online, it's an extra $1. If you want to dodge the $1 fee, go to the auditorium. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. All of our ticketing is done through the IU auditorium. The third way is if we haven't sold out yet, you can get a ticket at the door. The other way you can get involved is we have a volunteer program. Volunteer ushering is fantastic. It's a great way to get involved because you get to watch the movie for free, and then when you're done, you get a voucher to see another movie for free. To usher, you can go on our website, you fill out an application, which is really basic. You come attend an orientation, and then you pick your own schedule. We ask you to do 5 a semester. But you can pick whatever movies you want to work and whatever times you want to work. Then you come in, you help us scan tickets, answer questions, and then a huge part of the job is sitting in and watching the audience and making sure nothing goes wrong. We are probably truly unique in that this is the only place I know of in the entire world where you can sit with this kind of giant screen, the surround sound, and watch a movie like Jurassic Park, and nobody is slurping their Coke, and nobody is chomping on their popcorn, and nobody is texting. And our volunteers just go, hey, we don't allow cell phones, and they put them away, and it makes for just a really much more amazing experience.
Absolutely.
And then you also get to see how cinemas are run. You get some background stuff. Sometimes, I have a picture of all of our volunteer ushers meeting George Takei. So it's a really neat way to get involved, and I would encourage everyone to look into it.
Absolutely. Sounds like a great deal. Wow, that went great.
Yeah, but shouldn't you be going to the next interview?
Huh?
The student club. Your main interview.
Right. But first, it's time for another one of our classic zany sketches. Will it Play-Doh? When we eat Play-Doh. I just still haven't seen it yet.
What?
Come on, take a bite.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Listen, the board says it's time for the interview, and the last thing I want to do is make them mad. Well, maybe eat the Play-Doh, but you get the gist.
What board?
I mean, I'm bored of this conversation. Hey, what are we talking about in an interview when we can just go do it?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that was a close call.
All right, welcome back to the Deep End. We're here with
Melanie Taylor.
Mel. It's so nice to be talking to the largest student organization on campus. Let's walk a little slower. It's so nice to be talking to the largest student organization on campus.
We are the largest student organization on campus.
Yes. So,
Awesome.
Mel, what does Student Cinema Guild do differently than any other student film organization?
I would say we're literally just straight up a found family, which you could find in like other organizations. But it's for anyone who's interested in film, anyone interested in going in film. So we have people who are like in Kelly, people in any school, any major, but it's literally just anyone who's interested in film. So we get a lot of people, which is awesome because film is awesome.
So now why is Cinema Guild better than any film organization?
Film's subjective, but like for me personally, I love the team here and I don't know, we're just a silly like group of people, and
That's such a raw, quirky answer.
it is. 1, 2, 3. Beep.
How do you think Cinema Guild helps prepare students for actual careers in the entertainment industry?
By bringing in industry speakers, you get to know not only like what jobs are available out there, but also you kind of get some connections. Like we've had people reach out to people that have come in and talked with us, and they've been able to get like jobs through the industry.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. You'll get to work with the same people that you're working with now, and community's everything.
Okay, it's a shotgun microphone. That little end right there is what picks up your sound, not this stuff. This doesn't do anything. So if you're talking like this, way quieter than if you're talking like this. Obviously, if you're talking like this close to this microphone, it will pick it up.
What does an average meeting with the Cinema Guild look like?
Oh, okay, this is awesome. Okay, so we normally have what are you watching in the very beginning of it?
What did we watch this week?
Zach.
Green Knight and a Ghost Story. How was Green Knight? Loved it. Yeah? Loved it. Good. I want to see it.
Just to see what people are like interested in right now. And obviously we want to go watch movies, because if you want to make movies, you got to watch movies. Anyway,
Absolutely.
And so the other thing that we do, we normally have activities, or we bring in like industry, like professionals to talk, alumni, professors, instructors, especially for people who aren't in classes. They get to still learn about some of the practical things. Other things like last week, 2 weeks ago, I did a workshop on reels. So if you want to like show yourself as a filmmaker, we learned how to do that. Lots of learning, or just like experimenting. Like we just did the Foley activity tonight, which was really fun. The other thing that we do is we provide space for people to pitch their projects. So people who are in their BFA stuff, in their thesis, or just really silly, fun stuff that they want to do, class projects, anything like that. They get actors, they get any type of crew, whatever, through pitching through that, which is also one of the biggest things about our GroupMe, which does have 620 people in it right now, which is
620.
cool. Yeah, I just checked like yesterday. Cool. Anyway, but yeah, so we like, that's just like a really cool networking area, and just like, I don't know, we got to help each other out in this industry. And that's why I love the film community, actually, let me say this, at IU's, because even though we feel like the underdogs, because we're not UCLA, we're not the other film schools, we just make with whatever we have, which sometimes is like very little. And so the fact that we can still make really epic, cool things and not need $1 million budget is something to be very proud of.
So, Mel,
Yeah.
I hear that Cinema Guild every semester hosts a competition
Yes.
for students to write their own scripts, one of
Yes.
which will get made by Cinema Guild. Is this correct?
Yes, it is. And do you want to ask me who just won the last one?
Mel, who just won the last Cinema Guild script contest?
Your very own Alex.
So is that like a pity thing, or like you felt bad, or?
No, he impressed us, and he was really. It was just really good.
I never got that vibe
Comedy's
on
really
camera.
great. I wonder where he got that from.
Beats me.
Alex, we miss you.
I always carried the show.
That's awesome.
We did a Foley activity, so all your sounds that you hear,
All around us.
like all those little tiny things. Exactly,
Like
the
that.
bird call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That was a bird call?
Yeah, that was definitely a bird call.
Yeah.
Foley's actually really hard to do, so we know that we're not going to be able to. We don't have like a big studio, and it's not always super quiet, as you can tell from the footage of me absolutely dying of laughter. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we did today. Foley.
Speeding.
That was good.
Jack's Monday movie blast segment, and I just came up with a super cool new prompt that I'm doing, and I'm asking everybody this.
Yes,
But
ask me.
I'm going around, and this is like, I just came up with this.
Yeah.
I'm asking people what their top 4 favorite movies are.
Oh, okay, me right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, Greta Gerwig, Little Women, 2019. It's so good. Anyway, it makes me cry every single time. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Really cool French film.
They're showing that at the IU Cinema.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Narnia, because it's nostalgic. I can't cuss on this, can I?
You can cuss.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's nostalgic as fuck. Anyway, and because it's just really cool. It's
Oh,
fun.
I meant like crap and stuff. Like you can't say that.
Can we cut that? I'm just kidding. And then let's see. I said my nostalgic one, Narnia. I said anything Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I mean, come on. And also right now with the weather, like it's wintry, but it's like super like it's just everywhere.
It feels like New Zealand. Is what you're saying.
It feels like the New Zealand that was filmed in Lord of the Rings.
But they filmed Lord of the Rings in New Zealand.
They did.
Yeah.
Which is why I really want to go there someday.
Yeah.
I am going to live in a hobbit's hole one day.
We're back with Jack's movie madness bracket. I'm here with
Graham.
Rory Smith.
Rory what?
Rory Smith. Sadie O'Connor. I'm an actor with the SDG.
Oh, Brandon.
Connor.
What is your favorite Cinema Guild activity to do?
Man, I mean, the best thing, I know it sounds really broad, but just talk about movies. Yeah. Like, we just sit down and sometimes, like, we start every meeting with, like, what have you watched this week? And it just invites discussion for, sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes like 10. It's just fun to connect with everybody.
My favorite, I don't even know. Well, yeah, this is an activity. Probably going to sets like every other weekend and just working on them. That's probably my fave.
That's a fair answer.
So they don't really do this anymore. The club's kind of gone downhill. But they used to do games a lot, like Movie Jeopardy or just like any other kinds of trivia games. And that used to be, that's why I came.
Has there been certain someone that's left Cinema Guild that's made you think it's gone downhill?
Yeah, Alex Clow. He did the games. Alex Clow.
Alex who?
Shout out Alex Clow.
Alex Clow, yeah. What's your favorite activity at Cinema Guild?
The Alex Clow games.
Oh, Alex Clow games, yeah. Let's not worship him too hard.
I like it when we all go around and share what we've watched that week, because usually we all have very, very different tastes in movies, and so we can get some different recommendations from that.
Speaking of movies, I just thought of this new original game we can play real quick for Jack's Monday Movie Madness bracket. I ask you, what are your top 4 favorite movies right now?
Probably Bottoms, Saltburn was one of my faves. Barbie, and then
Big last decision.
I know.
I think I'd have to go Fantastic Mr. Fox. Good Will Hunting's up there. Maybe something Wes Anderson. I know that's another one, but we'll throw something up there. Dead Poet Society. That one's good. I'll just stick with those 4.
Yeah.
What other movies are there? Oh, I'm so bad at that. I don't have favorites of anything.
No favorites?
I mean, I could make you a list to put in later, but
What's the last movie you saw that you really liked?
I just rewatched The Princess Bride.
That's a great one.
It's a good one. Oh, there's this, what's that one movie with
Too Fast, Too Furious, Ted 2.
Like sequels.
Well, I mean, I like Ted 1 too, but
yeah.
The Prestige, which is doesn't fit with those, but I watched a really good documentary about World War II. It's called World War II from the Front Lines.
Those are all really good.
I can't even remember.
Shark Tale.
Yeah, Shark Tale.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, so I would have to go with Mortal Kombat 1995, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Star Wars, and
the Mortal Kombat reboot, the new one.
No, that one's really bad. I was gonna just do all Mortal Kombat movies, but that one's too bad to put on the list.
Oh.
I don't know, another Star Wars one.
Fair enough. What is your favorite Andrei Tarkovsky movie?
Who?
What is your all-time favorite Andrei Tarkovsky movie?
I don't know who that is.
Who?
All-time favorite Andrei Tarkovsky movie, and why is it Stalker?
Who?
I feel like only nerds would know who that is.
Yeah, I wrote the questions, so let's not be too judgy. Which film do you think is better? Chantal Ackerman's Portrait of a Young Girl at the End of the 60s in Brussels, or Dude, Where's My Car?
Dude, Where's My Car? Gotta go with that.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Right answer. Right on. Thank you for talking to me.
Thank you.
Martin Scorsese has famously become the first Oscar-nominated director on Letterboxd. What director do you want to see on the app, and why?
Ooh, probably Greta Gerwig, just like women director. All for that as a woman director. So.
We love women.
I love women.
Women are great.
They really are.
Thanks for talking to us, Rory.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good night.
You too.
I don't like Letterboxd. I think everyone should delete it.
That's a take. Why?
Like, why do we both hate Letterboxd and not use it?
No, like, why do you want another director to be on Letterboxd?
Well, I personally just, like, really don't care at all, so.
About directors?
No, about Letterboxd.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's, like, kind of, like, stupid and dumb and not worth using.
But if there was a director on Letterboxd, who would you want to see? And why is it Andrei Tarkovsky?
Who?
Well, he's dead, so he couldn't be on Letterboxd, but...
Well, how'd it go?
Amazing.
You mean amazingly bad, right?
Oh, just regular amazing. They actually gave me a trophy for their best interview they'd ever done.
I can't believe this.
Well, believe it, Don. But wait, there actually is something really awful about this episode that might just ruin the whole thing.
Yeah?
We haven't done your backstory yet.
What?
Hold on, I got the perfect prop for this. Just let me find it.
You cannot be serious.
So wait, are you more of a dead parents kind of guy or just dead mom?
That's it. Damn it, I studied at Juilliard. I can't take this anymore. If you want your dirty work done, do it yourself.
Who are you talking to?
You, sir, are a dunce.
Not a dunce. I'm just getting started.
Blast it! Brando was a huge failure. We were wrong. Jack's a people person, damn it. He might just be the smartest, most cunning, most devious.
This was oversold to me.
It's time to go to Plan B.
You're pregnant?
To put someone so miserable, so cold-hearted, so meh on the show that it tanks. Who could we ever find like that? I've already found him.
I got time.